Hello, everyone. Um, I hope you've all had a good weekend and a good week. Um, Happy Saturday to you all. Just thought I would jump on here and because I haven't vlogged in a while. So we're continuing to do okay, regardless of these circumstances. Things have been continuing to get better and better for me and Brian during this big change. So just been keeping busy. It hasn't changed the fact that Brian and I still got our activities during the week, even though things are different now. We went to a family gathering today. It was wonderful to see my family. First time in a while that Brian and I got to see our family. We haven't seen my family last year since before my mom and Brian and I moved out, and before Brian and I transitioned here. So it was good to see them. We had a nice visit with my family today. Normally we get together with my family every year for the 4th of July, but unfortunately they didn't plan that this year because I guess one of my friend of my aunt Anne Marie's was building something. So we had a family gathering today. Like I said, it was great to see everybody. First time in a while, like I said, that Brian and I got to see our family and gathered together. So I've had a good weekend getting together with my mom. Brian and I've been getting together with our mom all weekend. After church tomorrow, we're going to go to the zoo. So we're looking forward to that. Haven't been to the zoo in a couple years. And then next week, which is this next Friday, I have an eye appointment. I haven't had my eyes checked in a while, so I got an eye appointment this next Friday. Hopefully that goes well for me and Brian. Hopefully I won't need glasses, because like last night when Brian and my mom and I were at Park Lane's bowling alley, I had trouble seeing what number lane that was that we were on. So there's a really good chance that unfortunately I'll need glasses, but we'll see. I'll fill you guys in on that. And then my mom and Brian and I, next month, we're going to go to the beach for a couple days. So another thing that we have going on, my mom's been coming up with some fun things planned for me and Brian this summer. Brian and my mom and I have had a busy summer so far. At least my Brian and I always have something to look forward to. Things are just continuing to go okay for me and Brian, even though the fact that my mom and Brian and I are no longer living together. I mean, it's still different, but we're doing okay. So my mom's only about 3 miles away from here. My mom lives in Hillsboro, and then Brian and I live in Beaverton. I just wanted to fill you in and let you know how we're all doing. And it's been 6 months ago now since Brian and I have lived here. Almost, it's going to be 7 months in August. So we're halfway done with the year already. I just can't believe it's been 6 months ago now since Brian and I transitioned here. We love the house. I mean, it's a nice house. I love my room better than our apartment because we've lived there 9 years, and it just got to a point where it was just time to move out of there because our apartment just had a bunch of mold and it was kind of messy, and then the carpets were kind of moldy, and it was just time to get out of there because we've lived there. We lived there 9 years. So as we were at Merlo Max Station, waiting for my Uncle Tom to pick up me and Brian and my mom, we were by where we used to live, and it kind of made, I mean, it didn't make me sad, but it made my mom sad because we're no longer living there now, and because we lived there 9 years, like I said. It's just so many fond memories that we have of where we used to live. But one thing I miss is I miss going hiking at Tualatin Hills Nature Park, and then I miss going for walks at the Waterhouse Park. That's what I used to do sometimes when we lived there. But with Brian and I living in a different part of Beaverton now, I can't do that anymore. We live in a house now, so thankfully we're actually not too far from our other place. We only live about 9 or 10 minutes away from our other place. So we're probably more than 10 minutes. But anyway, I will keep you updated how my eye appointment goes, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, y'all. Bye, everybody.